6-month-old myself, mentally and physically. I worked on my garden at home. I have a companion garden at the house. I say about a 4 by 8, and I just have different vegetables and herbs to help with nutrition, just to avoid going to these big franchise stores for my produce. I just think that as try to help myself as much as possible during this time, and just try to stay away from them stores and produce things that I could use around the house myself, whatever vegetables that I like and my family eat. I just invested in that. Um, I just wanted to make this video is about how minorities are being affected by this coronavirus, this COVID-19. A lot of people think that, you know, you hear a lot of conspiracies out here about 5G and different stuff like that. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I will look and do research on the topic just to, see how much data they have out there. But I'm not with the 5G conspiracy and all these little different things out here. I want to talk about some facts. For the last week or so, maybe 2 weeks, they've been talking about how the death rate is being affected by minorities, and how it's underlying issues, health issues that people are suffering from, such as cardiovascular disease, heart disease, hypertension, sugar diabetes. I mean, diabetes, just to name a few. And you know, I'm not taking anything away from the COVID pandemic. I'm just trying to correlate the two stats and show, just understanding how it affects my community. And me doing research, I find that per year, just on those three illnesses that are chronic illnesses that I named, man, we lose over 2 million people per year. Roughly around 2 million people a year, between 1.5 and 2.1 million per year, from cardiovascular, hypertension, and diabetes, and cancer. Cancer was one of another illness or disease that's affecting minorities, and now they're tying those illnesses into this pandemic. And I just want to stress to people out here, my mentees and my peers. I got quite a few people that's out there supporting me and mentor me through time of need, when I'm in need. As a mentor, I'm a mentee as well. But these illnesses can be reduced greatly by nutrition and physical workout. And all what we put in our body, our mouth has to translate with how much exercise we're putting in. Obesity is a big factor in those illnesses that I named. And we could be proactive with the food that we eat, to help with those illnesses. Like I say all the time, I'm a cardiac patient. I have fibromyalgia, and I have PTSD. So I have medical issues that I deal with, that I have to put a certain amount of exercise in to keep my body moving the way I want it, to try to help me move the way I want. And I have to put and diet is a big part of my physical well-being and my mental well-being. I'm born and raised in New Orleans. I follow my taste buds, and I just found that we as a people, we live for our taste buds. We're living to die on our feet. We're not eating for our nutrition and for our health. And that's a major part what's going on right now with this pandemic, is that we're not putting the proper food in our mouth. We're not getting the proper exercise. You know, we all know that we have a big mental illness problem that's plaguing our generation, but you know, that has to do with our food. You know, we not getting our magnesium in our body. You know, we're not getting the proper vitamin K, vitamin B, you know, and potassium, vitamin C, immune boosters. All these vitamins help the body, and we supposed to be getting those vitamins from the food that we eat. We become a society that wants to get that magic pill in a bottle. I call it the magic pill in a bottle syndrome. You know, we think that we could just buy things out the store that's going to fix our needs, and you know, uh, every pharmaceutical has a side effect, and we have to, as a people, need to understand that. You know, as you can see, I'm in my place of meditation. I'm in between my workout, my turnaround spot, and you know, as I can see, you know, in the last few weeks, we have a lot of activity with new people that's passing away. You know, this is a very small cemetery that's a few family plots that's combined together that stay in this area, and you know, they're having a lot of people that's dying from this pandemic, and you know, I start seeing that a lot of the people, you know, were fighting weight issues, and you know, that's something that we could do as a people. You know, we could get out here and stop eating these processed foods, these foods that's high in sodium, that's keeping our hypertension up. You know, these foods that's high, that makes us have a high cholesterol level, bad cholesterol levels. And, you know, and get some of these vegetables that's gonna give us the LDL, good cholesterol, you know. Let's be proactive. Let's do some research. We have a lot of time right now on our hands to get a exercise regimen together, putting a proper meal plan, researching our vegetables, and you know, it aggravates me to hear a lot of people saying that they pick and choose on which vegetable they eat. Most vegetables, all vegetables, you just have like 3 or 4 categories with taste buds. Most of them taste pretty much the same. It's just the way that you cook them, and we have to learn to push that limit and test our cooking skills, and you know, make different things, and you know, innovative dishes to, you know, please our kids, and hide the nutrition that we're trying to give them, you know, and teach our kids. You know, is we have to stop believing that, you know, government has to tell us what to do, and start mandating things that we need to do in our life that's positive, and do research. You know, this big government ruling your life, and everybody sitting around wasting time talking about the Democrats and the Republicans and what number 45 is doing. Man, stop wasting your time. I think that's just our politics is just a game of is show. You know, it's not for a small middle-aged person like myself, a middle class person, poor person. It's not for us. We have to understand that all these politicians vote for that 1%. You know, so you know, let's stop having all this faith in these other people. You know, we got computer professionals that want to be infectious disease philanthropists and all this. Man, stop being sheep. Please stop being sheep. You know. Let's go back to what our elders used to do. Let's get us a little 4x8 garden, companion garden. You know, let's get out there and get us some vegetables out there. Let's plant our okra. Let's plant our basil, our thyme, our oregano, tomatoes. Let's plant our lettuce. Let's get these antioxidants in our system. Let's get these anti-inflammatory foods in our system. I have to eat. I eat to stay on my feet with the illnesses that I have. So you know, a good way for me to keep my flare up from fibro is eating a lot. You know, eating things that's rich in magnesium to keep my muscle spasms down. You know, getting the vitamin B in my system. getting my vitamin D. You need that vitamin D for muscle and immune system. Let's build our immune system. Our immune system is just like our skeletal muscles. It's just like our IQ. You can't just get out there and be the strongest person, the fastest person. You can't just go out there and be the smartest person. You have to build up to that point. It's a day-by-day process. So our immune system is not something that we just supposed to go take vitamins out of a bottle that, you know, the FDA doesn't even regulate vitamins. You know, I could sell vitamins and put a nice label on it and become a millionaire. Do your research. One of the biggest scams that ever hit America was with vitamins. You know, all that stuff you buying out the GNC, FDA is not. That's not natural to the body. We supposed to be getting our food out of what we eat. And the only way we're gonna keep our mental health going right now in this time, with a lot of people dealing with anxiety and depression, and you know, is to have a tight regimen. You know, we need to be making sure we putting the right food in our body. We doing the right exercise. We putting our meditation, our sleep pattern. We adjusting everything for this time. Let's get in a point where we're more proactive in our health and teaching each other and lifting our brothers up. You know, you're gonna always hear me say it. I'm a firm believer, and I am my brother's keeper. You know, the same thing that's affecting us right now in this pandemic is affecting all these generations that's sitting up here that's laying to rest. All these dozens of people. That's these dozens of graves that got multiple people in them. This generation after generation of hypertension, cardiovascular problems, diabetes, mental illness. It's time for us to be proactive. I'm not as comfortable as I want to be filming. I'm a people person. I like to talk to people. This is something that I have to adjust to, and you know, I'm gonna keep working on it. I promise you that. I'm gonna work until the day I die. Till the Lord put dirt in my face, I'm gonna keep going. So let's uplift each other. Let's be our brother keeper. It takes a village to raise our kids, guys. I depend on y'all to put this information out here so we could try to be doing some of the same steps as a community to better each other. What can you bring to the table? It's the barter system. What produce can you bring to the table? What service can you bring to the community? Let's stop listening to all these people that's on TV with these conspiracies. We can't change nothing about these conspiracies. A poor man can't do nothing but grow his vegetables, take care of his body, and be strong for whatever situation comes towards them. So let's get out here and let's tighten these regimens up. Let's get out here and mentor these young kids and sit down and talk to our family members. Let's take positives out of this time. Let's stop looking at the negative. We could always find negative in everything that we do. Let's stop hanging around that negative spirit. Let's put good spirit out there. And the only way we can do that is if we putting the right food in our body, we taking care of our bodies, and we taking care of our family and our village. So I depend on y'all to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my page. Apex Mentoring. Thank you.